A mean stepmother, ugly stepsisters, and a glass slipper. I'm sure I don't need to say more. You know exactly which story I'm talking about. Cinderella is the story of a girl we have to believe is super nice and friendly, although the only friends she has are animals, which leaves room for doubt. Cinderella is a superwoman because her mom died, her dad married the devil, her dad died. She went from a rich heiress to free labor and was bullied by her stepsisters, but still, she grew up happy and innocent, with no trauma and no thirst for revenge. Maybe that's why, when the king organizes a speed dating ball, where the only guy is his son, and Cinderella doesn't get to go,
It's just no use.
some fairy godmother she didn't know existed shows up to help her make it. The godmother's fairy skills aren't that good though, because she gives Cinderella a makeover and a fancy ride, but only long enough for Cinderella to get to the palace
Damn, son.
and dance once with the prince.
Really?
Cinderella is in such a rush to get back home that she loses one of her shoes. And rather than looking for her by, I don't know, her face, which he has seen, the prince decides that the best way to find her is by the shoe she left behind.
No, wait. Come back. Oh, please come back. I don't even know your name. How will I find you?
No one, not even the prince, knows who that girl is.
We know, Cinderella, Cinderella.
This is love. So thick.
The glass slipper is their only clue.
Really?
Bad idea.
Oh, no!
But that's okay, because Cinderella has the other shoe, so it doesn't matter. She's found, they get married, and they live happily ever after. The end. Kids nowadays probably think Cinderella was made up by Disney, but the truth is, the Brothers Grimm and Charles Perrault were the true OGs.
What?
Well, kind of. The real OG is probably some ancient Egyptian or Greek, but for the sake of this video, let's just pretend we don't know about this. When we compare the fairy tales with Disney's film, we see a few changes, most of them bad ones. But I'm committed to the CIG cause, so here's some interesting facts. In both fairy tales, Cinderella's dad is alive and well as his new wife is enslaving his daughter, but he does nothing. Perrault explains it by saying that he's a dumbass totally whipped by his wife. The Brothers Grimm explain nothing, leaving us free to assume that the dad is just a useless piece of shit, which is basically the same thing, or maybe a bit worse. Disney, though, decides to kill the father off, the best way to preserve his image. If he's dead, he can't be a useless piece of shit. He can't be a dumbass whipped by his evil wife either. We could ask ourselves why it matters to save the dad's face, but that's another story. Perrault and the Grimms, they tell you that the stepmom and her demon children are mistreating Cinderella, but they don't really show you anything major, especially Perrault. His stepsisters are like a walk in the park. The Brothers Grimm, they show you that the stepmom let Cinderella try to go to the ball, only to crush her hopes, like a demon that she is. But nothing of the stepsisters, except a few comments that just show us how vain they are. Disney starts out the same way,
You did it on purpose.
but then gives you this glorious scene of assault. Thanks to it, we can all feel indignant about Cinderella's situation and wish her stepfamily dead.
I won't have you upsetting yourselves.
Both the Grimms and Perrault have Cinderella and the prince meet a couple of times, showing us that even in pre-modern Europe, nobody proposes to someone after seeing them once. However, this bit of common sense escapes Disney, because they judge that relationship development is useless and prefer to give some screen time to the rats than to the main OTP.
So this
I know, the whole purpose of this series is to focus on the good changes, but I feel like I just had to say. This is it for the 50s Cinderella. Let me know in the comment section what changes you like in the film. And until next time.
Do I love you because you're beautiful? Or are you beautiful because I love